Hi everyone, it's Patrick back from Mercedes-Benz Burlington. Happy New Year. This is our very first video of the year, so thank you so much for following along last year. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to like and subscribe because we have a big 2025 ahead of us. This is our first vehicle we're going to review. So this is the 2025 G580. Something I found interesting is that it's not the G580E, it's the G580 with EQ technology. That's right, this is the first full electric G-Wagon. Let's take a closer look. It's very difficult to tell any changes from a regular G-Wagon to the EQ variant. This one has the night package, so the grille is in the gloss black. The standard would be more of a chrome finish. This is the standard grille, but there's a new grille coming and it has an illuminated pattern. So it's actually a front black flat finish on both sides, but it's illuminated, so it's actually gonna have some type of animation with lighting. I'm very excited to see that on the grille. Looking at here, you have the shared honeycomb front that the G550 has, and then they've also put the front camera on the bottom of the bumper. If this had a bull bar, the camera's built right into that bull bar, so they don't change the positioning whether you have the bull bar or not. Used to be under the star, but again, the angle was a little bit off, so it's good to have it on the bottom of the bumper. That way you're used to the same 360 camera you get on most of the Mercedes-Benz vehicles. So there's only a few ways you can actually tell that this is an electric G, which is something that I like because I think it doesn't need to be too different. It's all about the drive platform. On the side of the vehicle, you're going to see the EQ badging here showing that it's with the EQ technology. Now, this is the Edition 1. That's a $20,000 package on this G-Wagon, and that gives you things like these glossy black rims. If you look carefully through the wheel, you'll see that it's an all blue brake caliper as well. You've got a nice blue accent in the trim here, and there's different accent points inside as well, like blue stitching, the whole interior, as well as the night package on that Edition 1 package. So it looks quite good. But some of those things highlight that it is an electric car, like all the blue elements. Without those blue elements, it would be very difficult to tell if this is actually a regular G-Wagon or the electric G-Wagon. Coming around on the back, they also have the badging, so you can tell only by a few things if you know the brand well. Other than that, they've done a great job at kind of keeping everything that's historically popular with the G-Wagon the same and just adding that EQ platform. The last thing I'll say on the side before we go around to the back is it's interesting that the G-Wagon has many different wheel options, but for the electric variant, there's only two. So there's a chrome wheel element, that's the standard, or this upgraded glossy black wheel as the only two available for the electric. The number one question I've been getting so far from fans are saying, Patrick, what's going on with the back? Because I thought it was supposed to be that jetpack styled squared off wheel cap. Very good question. I don't know what actually happened with that because all the renderings I saw had that as well. What I'm thinking is Mercedes-Benz realized there's nowhere else to put the spare tire on the G, and then if this is a square, we don't make square wheels, so where is it going to go? It can't go underneath with the battery components. So I think they had to revert back to the classic wheel. I quite prefer this because it gives more of the historic look of the G-Wagon, and then again, this is a very capable vehicle. So if you were to blow a tire, I wouldn't want a square empty backpack on my G. I'd want an extra tire. So it's nice that they left that here. This is the beautiful obsidian glossy black we have on this finish. Paint colors, 37 different colors to choose from. So again, this is the black, but you can do crazy different colors, a matte brown, an orange, 4 or 5 different types of blues and silvers and grays. Very, very large selection to choose from on the inside and the outside, so we'll get into the different upholsteries as well. Now with the packages, there's only a few different options like the Night Package, the Night Package Plus. Most of the creature comforts and feature packages are standard on all the G-Wagon products. So the way to customize these types of vehicles is really just in fit and finish with the colors on the inside and the outside. Another new highlight is with all the new G-Wagons, they've actually fitted the camera on the back here. So it used to pop out of the door, but the angle would be weird. So now it's right here fixed onto the bumper. So like I said, you have the G580 branding on here. No little E anymore, so they're going away from that branding for the G. 5 doors. This being the 5th, this is the only door on the whole G-Wagon that does not have that new keyless entry. We've been waiting 40 years for there to be keyless entry on the G-Wagon. This one is the regular standard pop. There's no insert for the keyless, but the other 4 doors do have the keyless entry. Looking on the inside, same standard space as all the Gs have. This one you're going to get your electric swag here, so that's for your level 1 charger to go with you. What I like about this is it has a strap here too, so it doesn't go anywhere on you, and the G-Wagon, being a very versatile car, has these little straps in here, so you can pick a spot to strap this in and it's not going anywhere. Still have the tonneau cover and the seats fold down as well. And being the Edition 1, you've got this really nice blue carbon fiber with that blue stitch pattern into the gray. Another new added detail is this little G inside of the push button for the door handles on the G-Wagons. That's actually a purchase option for all of the G-Wagon variants, so you have to pay to upgrade that. The Edition 1 adds that to the packaging, so you get that included with the vehicle. Little indent here will lock the car, and then you reach in and you have keyless entry. Let's take a look inside. So on the inside, subtle differences, like I said. Still the same G550 feel. You don't have the AMG branding, so you've got the standard wheel. But this Edition 1 blue stitching is everywhere. They've got it around the screens. They've got it on all the leather accents. They've got it on the seats as well. And you can really see it on the steering wheel. So they've got it on the inseam of the steering wheel and around the centered star here. I really like that blue. I don't think you can get it in anything but the Edition 1. So the jury's out on if I'm paying $20,000 for all these features, but they have made it look different. They have the stitching on the door as well, and you get that blue carbon that I mentioned on the trunk all throughout the center here and inside the screen and on the grab bar, which I'll show you in a moment. Looking at the creature comforts, everything the same. So the same controls for the off-road range controls in the center. You have your cup holders in the same spot. The screen is touch, which is new for this year, which is great. But everything else is the same, other than the EQ model. So the EQ model gives you an EQ button in the center here. You're going to press that, and that's going to show all of your EQ features on the center screen for you. And that's your charging, where to find charging locations, your current charge and range of the battery that you have here, all on the screen here. And you'll also get that on your cluster as well. I thought I'd sit on the passenger side as well to really get the full experience. You've got the classic G-Wagon grab bar in front of you here, but you have the Edition 1 blue stitching, the Edition 1 blue carbon, and if that wasn't enough for you, it also says Edition 1 right here in the bar. You can see that the stitching on this side is throughout the vehicle as well. And all the comforts that the new G-Wagon design has. So heated seats, cooling seats. The Burmeister sound system is in here as well. And I'm sitting on this new silver pearl finish. It's specific to the Edition 1. So it's a two-tone black and silver pearl with the blue stitch. If you thought that 37 paint options was a lot, this G actually has 38 different upholsteries to choose from. Now, many of those are black with a different stitching, but still counts because you can do things like the blue stitching for the Edition 1, you can do white stitching, gray stitching, yellow stitching. They have different brown accents. They have the red seat colors, the Catalana beige. They've got all white. Tons of different options to choose from on the inside to really customize your G-Wagon to your liking as well. So for our very large SUV, it doesn't have a crazy amount of space in the back, but it's quite comfortable. I have tons of space here still. This is my regular seating position, and this is my driver seating position as well. Something that I noticed here is they have the climate control in the back with a digital display now, which I haven't seen before. And you've got your USB-C inputs here, so there's two in the back as well. Very comfortable, and tons of headspace as well. Standard G-Wagon feel in the back. On my first 2025 G-Wagon video, I highlighted this already, but just because the G-Wagon is a box on wheels does not mean that aerodynamics is not important, and that does not stop when you come to an electric variant, because any type of drag is going to reduce your electric range. So I mentioned it before, but they've actually added this little piece here, which is like a front spoiler, just to reduce your drag going over the top of the car. I also noticed on the EQ is they have an insert here. So that allows air to flow actually right through instead of having this big kind of wind deflector on the side. It allows air to kind of go through like in a wind tunnel testing. So they haven't skipped a beat with just little features on the aerodynamics of the car either. So final questions. Yes, this does do that G360 turn. No, I'm not going to do it because this is a sold Edition 1 unit. And it's not great for your tires, so you should not try that at home all the time, but it is fun to do. Drives very well, has a rugged sound to it, which is obviously manufactured being a full electric, but if you're looking for a rugged G-Wagon look, you're not looking to spend too much on fuel or anything at all, and you like that whisper drive, this might be the car for you. It's Patrick at Mercedes-Benz Burlington. Get in touch to configure your own G580 with EQ technology and drive off in 2025 with your brand new electric G.